Good evening. The world's leaders are officially headed to Brisbane in 2014 for the G20 summit. It will be our most significant event ever and will trigger the largest security operation in Australia's history. Max Futcher is in Kedron tonight, and Max, you're standing next to one of the main reasons this G20 is coming here.
Yeah, who'd have thought, Bill, when they were planning and building the Airport Link tunnel, that within the first few years of its operation, it could be providing passage to 20 of the world's leaders. But today, the Prime Minister has confirmed that, in part, the Airport Link project was responsible for getting Brisbane over the line in hosting this summit. You'd have to think it's because it provides a fairly secure route. It is a quick trip from the airport to the city for the various leaders and their motorcades at a time when the eyes of the world will be on Brisbane. The last time images were beamed around the world of Brisbane to this degree was probably 18 months ago, during those dark days of the flood and all the destruction that went along with that. Well, it will be a much different city, they see this time, as Brisbane becomes the world's centre stage. It's the annual Leaders Summit, which tries to navigate the way forward for the global economy, and in 2014 it'll be here.
Brisbane will see the President of the United States, the President of China, the President of Russia, the Prime Minister of India, the Prime Minister of Great Britain, to name just a few.
Brisbane won over other Australian cities for largely logistical reasons.
Brisbane was selected because you've got the right facilities with your convention centre here, Brisbane Airport, the new Airport Link.
And it's that yet-to-be-opened tunnel which will be vital in ferrying 20 world leaders into the city, along with 4,000 delegates from global business and finance and 3,000 media. It's estimated the event will bring about $20 million in hotel stays, $30 million in associated services, as well as tourism and retail benefits. But it will be costly. The Commonwealth has committed $370 million, and the cash-strapped Queensland government expects Canberra to foot much of the bill.
Our position is that we just want to see the on-costs, if you like, the extra costs of the Queensland Government and taxpayers of Queensland covered. As long as that is done, we're very happy.
I think it's amazing, and Brisbane needs the tourism back, and guys, we've got a beautiful city, so it's going to be excellent.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Brisbane, get it on the map.
The security operation will be Australia's largest ever. Sydney got a taste of what's to come during APEC 5 years ago, with a steel curtain going up around the city, and traffic mayhem is assured for that week in November. And then there's the protests. These were the scenes when Toronto hosted the G20 2 years ago. More than 1,000 were arrested as anarchists roamed the city. 10,000 police were on duty, along with 1,000 security guards and military assets. The bill has since been estimated at more than $800 million.
This will be a huge security operation. I mean, we're talking about the leaders of the 20 biggest economies in the world.
The G20 announcement is without doubt the highlight of Julia Gillard's visit to Queensland this week, but it remains to be seen who will be the Prime Minister greeting those world leaders when they arrive here in a little over 2 years.
Well, that's for the Australian people to decide in 2013.
The only thing certain, it'll be the biggest thing Brisbane's ever seen, even though most won't actually see it. Yeah, so many of the deals and arrangements that are sealed at these kind of summits are done in the back rooms and behind closed doors and in the corridors around the main meetings. And that includes the lead-up events like the Finance Ministers' Summit. Now, that won't be staged in Brisbane. We understand that will be held elsewhere in Queensland. The Premier is supportive of that going to Cairns. We've heard the Gold Coast mentioned. The Prime Minister wouldn't be tied down on exactly where. Suffice to say, it will be a regional centre in Queensland. Georgie.